Hello, thank you for joining RasPipKr tutorials. I'm Martin Parker, and I think that's how I used to start my videos. It's been 8 months since I've done a video last. I do apologise. I've just not been up to it myself or anything. No COVID issues or anything like that. I've just not really been not feeling it. But I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. I have seemed to have gained some subscribers, even though I've not done some videos for a while. Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm not bothered, I don't do it for the popularity, I do it for just, I like coding, and I like my Raspberry Pis. That's why it's RasPipKr. But anyhow, yeah, I've not done any videos for a while, but I do get the occasional comments and I do read them. And I got a comment about a week ago from Leon Francis Hernandez saying it is having if-else statement problems in idle. And I promised to him, give me a day or two. Yeah, it's been 5 days, but I've been a bit busy with work, etc. But yeah, I promised I would do one. I can't promise that I'm going to start doing everybody else's questions, comments, etc. But it's kind of given me a kickstart to actually start doing videos again, because I want to start doing them again. I've just not really had a reason to do anything. I mean, I've had loads of sensors and stuff for a while. Distance sensors. I've had them a few years. I hadn't touched them. I got a pack of 5 of them, I think it was, and RFID readers, writers. I mean, I love my Raspberry Pi equipment. Big fan of them, and that's the reason why I have that name. My projects all tend to be around Raspberry Pi. I bought, as soon as they come out, RasPipKr, and I've not done anything with it. I've not powered it up or anything. I've got 3 of them now. Yeah, I bought one in January, February, I think it was. And then I bought one a couple of months after, and a couple of months after that, when I've been buying occasional other bits whilst I've been online buying stuff, and I've not touched either of them. Shocking, I know. But I will start to do some videos again, and hopefully I'll start doing some stuff with my Raspberry Pi Picos. Otherwise I'll get in more trouble from the wife, because I buy stuff and I don't do it with them. But yes, so this video is just for you, Leon, so it's all your fault for me to start doing some more videos again, and I do apologise to everybody else. But yes, I will start doing some. So I went online and I did a search for Python if else sort of thing, and good old Stack Overflow has given us some good examples here. And this could be down to indentation and the syntax that possibly that might be doing. I can't see how you're doing it, but what would be fantastic is if you could use some sort of screen capturing software to show me what you're doing on how it's not working, etc. I use simple screen recorder to do this video on my Raspberry Pi, my Oak Pi laptop that I really like doing all my stuff on. And how I installed that from terminal with simple sudo apt get install simple screen recorder. Just checking I was spelling it right, because you know what I'm like with my previous videos. So yeah, I'm up to date, so that's good. So yeah, it was a while ago when I got hold of that software, but yeah, if you could do a video on what you're doing, but I'm here for you, Leon. I am gonna just try and recreate sort of issues that you might be having. So I'm just going to move that to about middle-ish, and I'm going to open a script. Well, it's a blank script at the moment, just for you, Leon, my new friend. So it's about halfway, that'll do. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the same piece of code that I'm going to put in this Python script in idle, and I'm going to not indentate it correctly, etc. And hopefully it will kind of make sense, and hopefully you won't have the problems that you've been having. Right, so A is equal to 10. So we'll start our if statement by putting if A is equal to 10. Don't forget your colon. Press enter, and notice how it's indented. Now in my options of the idle, I have my indentation of set at 4. You might have it different. You can change it to whatever you want, but this is the default. I've never changed it. So I'm just going to simply add print. So if A is equal to 10, obviously it is because we've declared it on the line above. We'll just put A is 10. Very straightforward enough. Quick print, job's a good one. Now notice how when I pressed enter I've gone underneath the print. That's kept the indentation. Now I want to have my else statement in here, so I need to press backspace, and it's not going to take a back one space, it's going to jump right back, taking away that indentation, kind of like pressing your tab button. So if I press tab, it takes me back, press backspace, it's removed it. Now I'm going to put my else in here, and if I press enter it's going to line up just like the print part is. I'm sorry if you can hear it or wondering why I'm laughing. My dog's having a dream and it's doing its little thing in the living room. Lola, shut up. Right, so I'll try and continue because she's funny as Lola. So if A is not equal to 10, but obviously it is, so this is my else bit, so I'm going to put A is not 10. So because I've finished that line, press enter, it's gone underneath expecting me to put some more code, and no matter how many times I press enter it's just going to keep going down in that position. And if I backspace, it's not going the indentation and back and back and back, it just keeps going away. So there you go, that is an if else statement running in a script. So if I run this by pressing F5 on my keyboard, press enter to save it, it's done it. It says A is 10 because this is a true statement, and that's why this bit of code has run. Now if you're doing it in idle, which you say is giving you problems, so if I declare A, so I'm going to do exactly the same code, A is equal to 10, and now if I do my if statement and type it out, so if A is equal to 10, now I'm going to take that colon out, and if I press enter it's going to give me a syntax error because I've not put my colon in. So if I put that back in like so and press enter, watch where the cursor jumps. Now over here it's indented to the 4 space configuration that is for my Python. So you'd think it'd go back here, possibly, like this, or starting from this side, it'll go back here. So let's press enter, and it's jumped under exactly just like this bit has. So if I type in my print statement, so A is 10, just like I did in the other bit of code. If I press enter, it's going to jump underneath. Now, if I press the backspace like I did when I was here earlier, when I did this bit of code, it'll take me back to here. Now if I do it over in idle, is it going to take me back 4 spaces again, like it did over here? So let's press backspace, it's jumped right back here. So it looks out of line. So yes, it will look kind of weird. So if I type in my else statement now, and if I press enter, it's gone back in the correct line position from the original start of my if else statement. So now if I put the print and then put A is not 10, and then I press enter, it's keeping me in line, expecting some more code. Now if I press enter again, it's going to run this bit of code because it's seen that I've completed the if else statement, and there you go, A is 10 because we declared it up here. Now don't be tempted when you're doing it in idle by trying to reposition stuff. So if I just try it, if A is equal 10, print A is 10, take away the indentation, and if I press tab, it's going to jump me back. So now if I do the else statement, it'll be out of line, just like that one here. So it gives the invalid syntax. So yeah, if I do the else now, press enter, if I take the indentation back, it's going to go back. So you shouldn't be able to do it in the wrong position. Even though I press backspace then enter again, it's took me back to the correct position. It just looks wrong. I'm curious, let me just finish this bit off. A is not 10. So if I press enter now, let's run it. Everything's worked just like I did here, but effectively it is exactly the same code. I've forgotten to mention one thing when I was doing this video, and that's why there's probably a little bit more on screen. Don't worry, I will put you back where you were, so you can carry on. I'm just adding a little bit more information to this. Now when I was doing this bit of code here, I think it was where I was, and I was talking about don't be trying to indent things yourself. Now I was using the tab key. Don't use the spaces though, because although it's 4 spaces for a tab on how my configuration works, but A is still 9 in this case because of the last bit of code. So let's just do restart the shell. So I'll go back to exactly how it was before. So A is equal to 10, and I'm going to do my if A is equal to 10, print yeah, A is 10. So if I do the backspace now, if I, like earlier, I just wrote the else in, but don't try and indent things yourself. So don't press, if you press tab it's going to jump back over here, backspace to take it back, but if you do the space 1, 2, 3, 4, I then do the else statement. This is the bit that I missed out earlier, and that's why I'm getting that issue, and that's probably what they was having in this position here, because they've indented it themselves, so that's probably why that, and that's missing the colon, and that's why that didn't work, because of the indentation and a missing colon. So yeah, I just thought I'd chuck this little bit in there, and now I'm going to take you back with the power of magic. Ish, something like that. So if you are copying something from a website or some script, so if I grab this and copy it here and then paste it in. Now notice how this is all on one line, this is on another line, next line, but it's indented, etc. Here it's done a is equal to 10, but it's jumped back. It's going to give us an error, so if I press enter now it's going to say that there's a syntax error, even though that code runs as it is, but in idle it works differently. So I'm curious on how it's not working for you. Make sure you've got your if statements written out correctly, and your else, and if you are using the else if parts of it, so if I add one in here, so if I do elif for else if, a is equal to 9, print a is 9. Yeah, so if I press F5, enter, it's run it. Obviously A is 10, but if I change my 10 to a 9, it's going to run, and there we go. So like I say, I'm not sure you're doing it. I don't understand how you're going to get that problem if it is something like what's described here. Yeah, if you could do that video, that would be easier to understand and point you in the right direction. Yeah, take a screenshot of it, something like that. You can contact me via Twitter. Yeah, just give me some idea on what issue you're having. But hopefully what I've gone through here has made some sense and helped you in some way. Let us know. So yeah, thank you for giving me a reason to do a video. I'm not promising I can answer other people's questions, comments, etc. Because I do get some here and there. But yeah, thank you for giving me a reason to do a video. Hope you've liked it and been helpful for you. And it's going to be Leon's fault why I'll start doing some more videos. So thank him. Okay, I'll see you soon in another video, probably in about a week-ish, something like that. I'll get something together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.